Oh, look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, you can actually stop here and start to make your bag, or you can do like mine. I add a few more rows because I find that if it's just like this, it's like this edge here is like very near the back, the edge of the back. So I want it to have like a corner, you know, wider before the flower. So like this, it makes the flower looks like it's in the middle, right? There's a big flower in the middle. Whereas this one, it's just like this. So it depends whether you like it this way or this way. And moreover, I got this, and this is kind of small for this. I mean, if you got yourself a smaller plastic canvas, you know, this is actually, yeah, maybe I should do more rows, but I do not want the flower to be too big. So that's why I find that if I do this way, it looks better for a bag, and you can see the flower more. So it's entirely up to you. And one more thing, here, once I stop here, I'm not sure where, here or here, once you stop, the extension rows above, it's all double crochet. I'm not going to do back posts, because if I continue to do back posts all around for few rows, and now it's flat like this, if I continue to do back posts for these few rows, it will look like this. It will kind of sink in like this, so it will all curve in, which you would not want for a bag. You want it to be like this. So it's up to you. Maybe you can do it up to this stage and measure it, then only buy your plastic canvas, or you do not need a plastic canvas and just set it aside and you have a bag. So you do 2 of these, join up the sides here. I'm going to do like a row of back, the sides of the bag. So let's say this is the top part, this is where you put your stuff in. Okay, so you do 2 of these, one for the back and one for the front, and then you do sides so that your bag is wide enough to put stuff, or you can just join it together like this, which means your bag is kind of like this. There's no sides. Mine, I'm going to do a little bit like a chain 5 maybe, so that it has a wide gap as a bag. Okay, so it's entirely up to you. So if you want it like this, you can stop now, or maybe because this is right at the edge, so if you do not like this to be right on the edge here, you do 1 row of single crochet all around before you join it with your bag. So in my case, I'm going to do this. So let me show you how I do this. You see how from here I stop doing the back posts. So here are all single crochet all around. So for example, let's say I've come to the end here. So what I'm going to do is, from here on, this is the first stitch, this all has become 1 and I join with this. So you just go to this first stitch and do, oh wait, I have to do a slip stitch here first, because this is the stitch that this last row here where you should slip stitch with the first stitch before you continue. It's like to end it with a slip stitch. Then you do chain 2 and you do double crochet in every single stitch except for the corner. So here at least it closes up the gap. If I didn't do this just now, you will see a small hole here, which is something that you would not want to see. So you just do one single crochet. I put my hook here and not inside here. It's not between the two double crochet, it's on this V shape here. You can also turn this into a pillow actually. A pillow for your, you know, a small pillow for hugs and put in the hall while watching TV, some huggy pillows. Yeah, and this one, same thing, on top of this double crochet, there should be one more stitch, one more double crochet. Then again, in this chain 2 space, you just do double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Same thing, you go to the top of this stitch and you do double crochet all the way. So this part here is still expanding, so you still get this hexagon growing bigger and bigger. And when you come to, let me show you what happens when you come here. This part is easy, there's no change of color, it's all in one color. So how do you find this pattern so far? I know most of you have seen this many times, but maybe not in 2 colors, and maybe not many had turned it into a bag. Do share with me your version of the finished bag. I would love to see how yours look like. You can put the picture in the comment section. Okay, here, if you look closely, this is not a V shape, this is the V shape. So you just go to that next stitch and do a, so you see, you check and see if there's gonna be a big hole. Nope. And you just continue, because on top of this red yarn, actually it's not a V shape, it's just all pulled together to create this stitch. So you're gonna do this all around for, in my case, it's a few rows, so that I can add the plastic canvas as my choice. I mean, if you do not want to, you don't have to. So you're gonna do it all around, so you're gonna look like this. See the difference between double crochet and double crochet back post. So you see here, it doesn't create a hole, it is kind of together. So here it kind of has holes, that's why I have a back lining inside. So for this, I have checked, the plastic canvas is just nice for it. It's quite a big bag. It's kind of nice too when the flower is right in the middle like this. Or you can make it into a smaller flower. You can make this into a smaller flower, meaning that I did until 13 stitches of double crochet. So instead of 13, you can stop at 9 and start to do decrease. So your flower will come out like from here, it comes here, way smaller. So since I have a plastic canvas, I am going to make one stitch here in every corner. This is a hexagon, so every corner here, here, I am going to make a stitch so that this won't move about inside. So once it's done, I'm going to do the sides. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the sides, and then I am going to join two of these together with that side, the straps at the side, and I'm going to use this instead. Oh yes, one more thing is, when this is this small, it's kind of difficult to sew this here, because so happen I got this which is kind of wide, so it needs to be somewhere here. So if I'm gonna put it here, it wouldn't look nice, so that's why I make it bigger, so that now it fits just nicely here. That's also another purpose why I did it this big, partly because of this. This looks kind of cute though. So here I'm just gonna crochet here all around this part here. I'm just gonna sew it or crochet around here so that it will hold. So you can either do it this way or this way. I'll show you later when I decided which way I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure which way will make it look better. Okay. Should it be like this or like this? I think this would look better, right? It looks more secure. Well, I'll come back to you once I've decided how I should fix this here. And once it's done, I'm gonna add the back lining inside, stitch up the top, and that's it. I'm not gonna add zip or buttons, so it's entirely up to you whether you want to add button, zip. You can sew a zip here, buttons, or you know, a flap. But if you are going to put a flap, then it will cover the flower, so it's best that you put button inside. So I'll get back to you once I have this nicely done and show you how I'm gonna sew this onto the back. Okay, I've done 3 rows of double crochet. I forgot to mention that the last row I did 1 row of single crochet all around. This is optional if you do not want to. So now I just slip stitch onto that first stitch, then I'll just do single crochet. This is the time I'm gonna add a marker to remind myself this is the first stitch. And you just do single crochet in every stitch, and by the time you come to the corners, you do 2 single crochet for the turning. So here in this space too, I'm going to do 2 single crochet. You just go into that space hole, 1 single crochet, and you do 2 single crochet. Then you continue in every stitch. So in this space, I'm just going to do 2. It's just like our chain 2, because every row we did a chain 2 between the 2 double crochet. So you just do single crochet all around, and when you come back here, you just cut the yarn and sew it, or you can leave that yarn. No, I guess not. I think I'll cut the yarn and I will sew the corners using the tail from the strap. I'll show you what I mean later. So as of now, I'm just doing single crochet all around. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, I've come to the end of the row. This is the single crochet all around. So I'm just gonna cut this. You see this, and this. There are two strands here, which makes it kind of tight and hold it. Anyway, I'm gonna sew this later on, so it won't be noticeable at all. And I'm just gonna hide this around here. Then just cut the yarn. So there I have two of it. So now I'm going to do the strap at the side. I'm not going to make it very wide. Okay, this is just my habit of making a knot. So once I have a knot, I will do, let's see, chain 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think the width here is thick enough. I'm going to do half double crochet. So you go to the second stitch from the hook. This is the first stitch. This is the hook. This is the first stitch. You go to the second stitch. You do half double crochet. Oops, let me do that again. Didn't grab all the 8 ply yarn. Okay, so I'm going to do half double crochet through and fro until I come to the length that I need. I will not know how many centimeter or meter that I'm supposed to do. So what I plan to do is I'll carry on to do this until it can fit from here until here, and the top part here it's open. So I'll continue to do here, here, here. So I will not know how long it is. So I'll just do, and once I'm done, I'm not gonna cut the yarn. I'm gonna leave it and sew here, sew all the way and see whether it fits. And once you are here, just turn the work. I'm not going to chain 1. I'm just going to yarn over and go to this first stitch here, and again half double crochet. You should have 5 of it each row, so make sure you have 5, because sometimes the last one here is kind of tricky. It doesn't look like a stitch. Oops, let me do that again. So it's gonna look like this, and you just turn your work, yarn over, go to this first stitch here, and do half double crochet, because I find half double crochet is more firm, more solid compared to double crochet, which I think the hole is kind of big, but there's no hole. So for the sides of the bag, this should be perfect. Then it's your choice. I mean, you can don't do this. You can just, oh, did I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you do not want to do the sides here, I'm going to sew here, so the back has a little bit of width all the way. If you do not want, then you can just sew it shut. Here, you just sew it, and you have a bag. Okay, so I prefer to have some width here. So I'm gonna sew this, and I'll come back to you and show you how I'm gonna sew it to the sides. Okay, so now I'm gonna stitch. You see this line here in the middle. I will make one stitch on the canvas to the crochet piece. I have one more here. So just all the 8 corners. I just go to the middle part here and just make one stitch, 1 or 2 stitch will do, so that it does not move, and that's it. Have it, it's not gonna drop. So I did the same for here as well. So now you have to decide which is the bottom and which is the top. This is my starting point. You can see it sinks in a bit, so I think I want this part as the top. You go find a nicer one, like here, this sinks in a bit. This is the bottom, I mean this is the starting point. So I'm going to find and make sure this is at the bottom. Okay, once you have decided which is the top, I mean which part is the top of the bag and which part is the bottom of the bag, then I get this ready. I had it this length, I'm not sure if it fits. So what I'm gonna do is I just stitch on one of it first. I just leave the other one here. I'm gonna stitch on this one. Start from this corner here. You see this hole here? I'm gonna start from this corner. This piece, I'm not going to do single crochet all around. I just want it this width. If I do single crochet all around, it's gonna be wider. Okay, so now let's stitch it. Oh yeah, so that you know, here I haven't cut the yarn yet. I can either release some or make a few more rows in case it doesn't fit. Okay, I just make sure you don't cut this yet until you have joined the whole thing and you're very sure that that's the length. You do not need to reduce or increase more rows, then you cut the yarn. So here, to me there's no front or back. Maybe I'll just use this side. I want it to tie a knot with the tail here. So I am just going to make one stitch here and one stitch here. Oh yes, and this one here, and just tie a knot, and later we can weave it inside the bag. So I'm going to do this way. There's no fixed rule to this. You can just stitch anyhow you like. You can do a zigzag thing, you can do single crochet, use your hook and do single crochet all the way. But I prefer to sew, because when you do single crochet here will kind of bulge up with an edge. So it depends whether you want that edge or you want it to be kind of flat like this. And if you want some pattern here, you want to see some pattern here, just do some zigzag thing, you know, like here, crisscross, like this. But I prefer it to be hidden. So I'm going to do this all the way until here. Don't get carried away, because this part here is the opening of the back. Okay, so I'll come back to you once I'm at the other end here all the way. And then once I'm done with this side, I will join it with the bottom part here. Okay, I've come to the last stitch here. So normally once I did the last stitch, I would turn back, do to and fro for 1 or 2 stitch. And I'm going to hide it inside the back. Hide it around here. And if possible, just hide it inside the back. Any other tail? Okay, so now here it's way too long, so I'm going to shorten it to this length here. Okay, so happen it ends here, which is good. Wait, let me get my hook. This is the last half double crochet. So just make 1 more stitch. Then I'm gonna cut the yarn a bit longer to sew it onto the other side. This one I'll just set this aside. Hope it's not too long to get it tangled up. Oops, pull the wrong side. Okay, now here, I'm gonna make 1 stitch here, because this one, see, it's gonna open up like this. Just make 1 stitch here. And 1 stitch here. Oops. guess it's too long. Then I'm going to go inside. Go inside the bag. And come out all the way here. So now I can do this for here. This is the top. This should be the bottom. This should be the top. This should be the top of the bag. So I'm gonna join this part here. You get your yarn to come out on this corner here. So there's one line here, it's still okay because it's inside the bag. Okay, once you set it nicely, you think this is the right spot, this should be the top of the bag. Turn it to the other side and then start to sew, starting from here, this corner here, these holes here. And again, I'm going to sew it together from here all the way to this side. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the other side of the bag. Then I'll figure out how I'm going to sew the back strap onto the back. It's a cute back strap, but gonna make the stitch nice so that it looks more like a bag and not like simply sew. Okay, so I'm gonna sew here all around and you will have a bag. Okay, I have this fasten it like this. So let me just show you one of it. Just place it here, somewhere in this corner. So before I do that, I'll go on the inside of the bag. Tie a knot and bring this yarn over to around here. So now I just place this here, somewhere here. So I'm gonna do this 3 times in every corner so that it's fastened nicely. So this is 1 time. Twice, and the 3rd time I will make it go into the stitch of the back, so you kind of lock it. So there you have 3 here. And you just bring the yarn over to this side, down here somewhere. Oops. Make another 3. Because I do not want to cover the whole thing, I want to show the woody color of it. So there's no fix through to this. You can cover up the whole thing if you want. I just want to make it like this. Oops, sorry. So you have 3 here, 3 here, maybe 3 here and 3 here. And this is what I got. So that you have 5 parts of it, let's say more secure. So when you hold your bag, and it looks kind of pretty too. You can still see the brown part and also the pink part. So I'm gonna get the other side fastened as well, and then I'll add the back lining. Yeah, this nicely fastened. So now I'm going to add the back lining because you can see the plastic canvas. So I did a a rectangle piece like this, and you can open up. It's like a bag. You either sew one or you can just buy a bag like this, and you place it inside the bag. Place it inside the bag, and you sew right here, all around here, like this. Sew it all around, so when you open up your bag, you can only see this. So how you're gonna sew is, okay, let me just tuck it in nicely and show you one example. Like for example, in the middle here, you just stitch 1 stitch on this lining, and you stitch once on the back like this, and you stitch again once on the lining and once on the back. And once you pull nicely, you won't be able to see the stitches. So I'll come back to you once I have this nicely fastened. Okay, I've sewed all around here. I am not going to add a zip, but if you want, you can add a button here. So this is how the bag look like. So hope you like this pattern. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next post. Bye for now.